Hey guys, Myles here again with Hyve and joined once again with Kato from New Green Trading Center. And we're going to talk a little bit more about defending against an edged weapon. Now, in the first tip that Kato shared, we were talking about the distances you want to be in. You ideally want to be far out where you don't want to have anything to do with that edged weapon conflict, and you're trying to get out of there, right? Or you're creating that space as long as you can. Or you're very in close. You don't want to be in the middle, right? In the middle is where a lot can happen. It's very dangerous. Now, if you are new to this, you've never done combatives, you've never really done a martial art, it's very basic, but I'm sure anyone can attest that footwork is not easy if you don't train it and practice it. You never really learn. It doesn't, believe it or not, it doesn't come natural for everybody. Now, for those of you who've done some training, it's going to be super simple. This tip is super simple, but this is meant for those who don't understand proper footwork and movement. And if you watch a lot of real-life confrontations and knife fights and gun fights, you'll see not a lot of people know how to use their footwork. So this video is simply about learning how to move laterally and circular movements rather than back. Because if you move back, you're going to be in trouble, especially if they're coming at you with an edged weapon, right? So I'm going to just show the movements with Kato, and then we are going to do kind of demonstrate some drills that you can use to work on the actual movement. All right, so we're in this orientation because I want Kato's back facing you because you're going to see my movement. All right, so I noticed that there's a bad guy with a knife here. Remember from the first tip, I want to be close or I'm going to be far. But he's not going to stay stationary, right? He's probably going to come towards me. The last thing you want to do is move back, because if you move back, they can move faster forward, running forward, than you can run backwards, right? And you need to leverage your ability to move laterally, and that's what we want to do. So we're going to start off here with Kato right here. You can see his back, and notice I'm in line with him. Now, we're not lining him up directly with the back of the camera, so you can see his back with your camera, so you can see me here. But if he was going to come on a straight line, I want to move laterally. Now, this might seem simple, but a lot of people don't know the footwork. So I'm just demonstrating this with Kato right now so you can see him. So as he moves close, I'm moving laterally, okay? And now, actually it's laterally and in a circular motion, all right? Now you can run laterally if you want to evade that knife, and that possibly happens, right? Kato, one second, I'm just gonna show them the footwork here. So all I'm doing is, and there's lots of ways to do this, guys, all right? We just wanna show some basic stuff because we know that not a lot of people train. Now, once again, if you've trained, this is really basic for you, but we want to highlight certain things. When you were young, you probably learned to skip in grade school, in preschool, kindergarten. And so what you want to do is similar in your stance here. You need to create space. You want to get out of there fast. So don't worry about crossing your legs or anything like that. When you were a kid, you skipped, okay? You want to get one leg next to the other, and you use that to build momentum. So the same thing here is if someone's coming at you quick, yes, you can run, but if you also want to face them with your hips towards them, you want to skip out, create space. So again, with Kato here, and if he's coming in quick, I can move out, and I'm keeping that distance. Remember, I've decided that I'm going to keep that distance, but fights are dynamic. So it might be that he's coming in close, and this might give me the opportunity to come in, okay? So whatever it might be, all right? So just keep that in mind. It's a simple tip. Now the drill that's very simple here that we can use, they can do this, they can be holding a dummy knife, but it's as simple as this, where I'm going to start up here just so you can show some of the position. You can either hold them on the chest, and they will be in distance. You don't want to be in this distance, right? But this will just make the drill easy. You can either hold them at the chest, or even at the top of the head right here. And the idea is you can start so as they move forward, you're just going to keep them away and apply a circular movement. I'm going this way here. So again, I'm just moving sideways, okay? It is to work your forward. That's it, nothing more, just to get familiar. Now, once again, this is for the beginners. People have never, ever done this. For those of you who have done it before, boring stuff, all right? But for those of you who really want to get serious about defending yourself against an edged weapon, and this will help you in any kind of altercation, you need to learn how to create space with your feet. Don't just back up and just do anything with your footwork. Actually know how to move those legs. Okay, hope you guys like it.